Welcome to the 60 Plus podcast.
I'm Janet.
And I'm Joe. How are you today, Janet?
I'm good.
You're good.
Yeah. You know what? It's almost spring.
It is. You know, we're up here in the Northeast and it feels like spring day.
I know. It's beautiful. And actually, the spring equinox is officially
Next week.
well, today.
Is it? No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the day this will be released anyway.
Exactly.
Yes, okay.
See, I'm thinking ahead, and which means I have to do my 108 sun salutations.
Today?
No. Next one. You know what I'm talking about.
What are we talking about today, Janet?
Oh, so today we're kicking around this new segment called Benefits of 60 Plus. There's so many, right?
So many.
So many
still
benefits
alive.
to getting old. We're still breathing. Yay. Wisdom.
Okay, marginal. Marginal on that.
Maybe. Let's see what else. Discounts.
Discounts. I love the discounts.
Woo woo, raise the roof.
Do you take advantage of the discounts?
Well, since I've only recently admitted how old I am.
You had to be 60 plus in order to start this podcast.
I had to be. So that's when
it was on Real Talk with Janet that you actually admitted that you were.
I had to.
Well, yes.
Under duress. No, I'm kidding. I love being 60 plus.
Beats the alternative is what I always say.
Sure does. And now I'm going to start taking advantage of these discounts. Why not?
Why not?
Exactly.
You're leaving money on the table if you don't take advantage
right?
of them.
And, it is a benefit of getting older.
It is.
So let's take advantage of it. I think the big challenge is we don't necessarily know who gives the discounts.
True. In our research, you were going through some of the lists of stores and whatnot that offer discounts. I didn't know that.
Extensive research that we do
before
every podcast. Yeah, I'm surprised actually, and we'll get to that. I think the other thing to remember too is that some people are uncomfortable asking.
There was a time when I would have felt not embarrassed. I don't know how to describe it, but there was a time when I would have not.
Yeah, and you do have to ask.
You do. They're not going to,
volunteer it.
Although one time when I was about 53.
Doesn't happen now that you're over.
No. Well, I'm taking it as a compliment.
Of course. No, they're like, don't tell them about the discounts because then we have to give it to them. It comes out of our commission. No, I'm kidding.
You think the high school kid behind the register really cares?
No, they might. And well, that's the thing. And they're not going to necessarily be like, hey, are you over 60? Actually, some of these discounts start at like 50 and 55 plus. That was another shocking thing. I've been leaving money on the table for years now.
Well, we've talked about there's a national wildlife refuge near where we live.
Yeah.
And you can get is it at 62? You can get the lifetime pass.
Yes.
For one fee rather than paying for it annually.
All of the national parks.
I know.
All the federal lands.
I'm doing it when my current pass expires.
Yeah, because you want to take advantage of that extra month. Like, why? Why wait?
Because then I'd have two passes. Why would I need two?
You could leave one in your bike.
In the summer, I put it in the pouch on the back of my seat.
See, there you go. But then when you drive up in your car,
I like the bike seat, not my seat.
I didn't know you had a pouch.
I do. I'm part marsupial.
Which is kangaroo for us normal people.
Well, it's the phylus or the genus or the species.
Oh my Lord!
I don't remember.
Okay,
I'm not a biology
way
person.
Too complicated and way off subject now.
Okay.
It's okay. We can get off subject.
Do we want to talk about some of the places where people like us?
Yeah, I think
can get discounts?
But, back to this, like, asking. Don't be afraid to ask.
No.
My God. It's like we've earned this right to discount. I want my right to get discounts.
I've worked hard to get here.
Yes. So let's take advantage of it. So let's talk about some of them. Some of them did surprise me. I think you've got a different list than I do, too. So
you each have different lists.
Mine's by category.
Mine, too. And one of the ones that just jumped right out at me as I'm looking at it.
Which category are you doing first?
This is under entertainment, but I would
okay.
say that this is not necessarily entertainment.
All right, I'm going to go to that category.
U.S. National Parks, discounted $20 annual park pass or $80 lifetime
That's what
park
we were
pass.
just talking about, Joe.
Right. Up to 50% off select amenities.
Yeah, it's $80.
62 plus.
Yeah, that one. Also, I think you've got a theater on yours. Mine doesn't have a theater.
AMC Theaters, discounted tickets, 60 plus.
Yep. There you go.
AMC is everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yep.
And so if you like the movies, make sure that you take advantage of that because that's really cool.
Well,
right?
in addition to that, there's Showcase Cinemas.
See,
on
you do have
Wednesday.
a more extensive list than I do.
Well, you can have this other list if you want.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
I gave you the choice of which list you
I
wanted.
know, and I took the easy bulleted one.
Showcase Cinemas on Wednesdays for 60 plus people.
Oh,
Discounted $7.75 tickets on Wednesdays plus $5.50 popcorn and drink.
wow. You know, that's actually a really good deal. I swear to God, when I go to the movies, right,
hmm
you get your popcorn, your drink, whatever. It's like $25.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
Many years ago, I met with a theater owner, independent theater, kind of an art house.
Mhm.
I was thinking of buying the theater.
Really?
I really was.
Wow, that's surprising.
They don't make any money on the ticket sales. They make no money on the ticket
Yeah,
sales.
it's all on
It's
the
on- it's
beverages
on the concessions.
and the concessions.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
that makes sense.
So that's why it's the price that it is. And that's why when I walk into the theater, like all my pockets are just.
Oh, Joe, you're not supposed to do that. That's illegal.
No, it's not. It might be against that theater's rules. But-
You're breaking the rules. You
Well,
rule breaker, you.
the theater I like to go to, and you've been there,
Mm-hmm.
they have the reclining seats
Oh, I always fall asleep in that theater.
and they serve alcohol.
Yeah, that's why I always fall asleep in that theater. It's like one drink and a cushy, couchy thing, and I'm like, gonk. Did I miss anything?
Well, and the thing that I really like to do there, it's Regal Theaters.
Mm-hmm.
It's on a 60 plus
We
discount.
don't get a discount there. Wah, wah, wah.
Oh no, discounted tickets 60 plus. Regal
Really?
Theaters, yep.
I haven't been taking advantage of that one.
On various Mondays, they have mystery movies.
Yeah, that's
And you-
cool.
Don't know what you're going to see until they start showing it. It's $5.
Right. And it's usually a movie that hasn't been out yet.
It's a movie that's weeks before its general
Actually
release.
released, so you're
Yep.
getting first glimpse.
I've seen some pretty good ones.
And you've seen
I've seen some
pretty bad
straight
ones.
to DVD.
Yeah, you wouldn't even pay like the Amazon rate to watch.
Well, I mean, $5. Isn't that kind of the Amazon rate? Like,
It's like
$4.99?
$4.99. I think some of them drop down to $2.99 sometimes.
but other theaters, and we don't have them near where we live, but I'm sure they're in other places of the country. Marcus Theaters, $7 tickets on Fridays before 5:30, plus $3 for soda, popcorn, or hot dogs
Wow.
for 60 plus people.
Where's that theater? I want to go there.
Marcus Theaters, I've never heard of them.
Never heard of them.
AMC, we talked about discounted tickets.
Yep.
Cinemark, not around
So,
us.
And I would actually just check your theater, like whatever theater you go to.
Sure.
See if there's a senior discount. Often, like museums, theaters, there's always a bit of a discount, which is great. I have to talk about this one because it jumped out on the paper. I was just like, oh my gosh,
Oh.
Ben and Jerry's gives
Really?
10% off to 60 plus people. 10% is,
It's, you know,
I mean, ice cream is expensive, so 10% is better than a sharp stick to the eye.
sure. You can get the waffle cone and
Yeah.
upgrade.
Not stick it in your eye. No, but Ben and Jerry's is such good ice cream.
It is.
What's your favorite?
I've been going for, they have like a core.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got like either a chocolate core or a
Yes.
caramel core.
Yes.
Now, I don't frequently have ice cream in the house, although I do have a pint in the freezer right now.
Uh-huh.
But
What
I-
kind?
It's like some kind of chocolate vanilla caramel with a caramel core.
Ooh, maybe we should have ice cream after this. Well, I like, of course, chocolate and peanut butter are my favorite two things put together.
hmm
And so there's one with the fudge core and peanut butter.
Oh,
too.
that's good.
That's excellent, I must say.
So that's at their retail locations. That's not like,
Yes.
not at the supermarket.
No. Don't try it at the supermarket.
But there are supermarket discounts. Depends on where you are.
Yeah, I was looking at those, but again, I don't see any that are nearby here. But
people all over the
in
country.
all
and
over the country.
I have to apologize. These are all United States discounts. So our international listeners, we
Yes.
hope you listen. But you can skip this
I don't even
episode.
know culturally if there are. I would assume there's senior discounts in other countries. We
Maybe.
should research that, Joe, so we can say.
And by we should research that, she means Joe. You should research that.
Wait a minute.
Mm,
Are you taking all the credit?
No,
Okay, good.
90%. I'm taking
Oh.
90% of the credit.
Wait a minute.
These are big grocery store chains. Food Lion.
Mhm. Oh, yeah. Food Leon, we call that.
Oh, did you?
That's down south.
Down south, my daughter that lives in North Carolina, they have Food Lions down there.
Yep. Yep. They have them in Delaware, too.
You have to be a rewards member, and the discounts vary.
Harris Teeter.
Harris Teeter, again, that's
More
Mid-Atlantic and South.
Yeah. Piggly Wiggly. That's
5% every Thursday at Harris Teeter.
Mm-hmm.
Kroger's has a complicated discount program. Publix Markets.
Giuseppe's.
Uncle Giuseppe's? I never heard.
I've actually seen that before, but I can't remember where.
That's what my nephew calls me.
New York. He does?
No.
Okay. Off topic again. Let's get to retail and apparel because that's kind of a favorite category for a lot of people.
All
But
right.
before we leave food,
Oh, gosh. Okay.
I was also surprised at all of the sort of, I don't want to say, fast, I guess they're fast food.
Not all.
Like all of them practically give something starting at 55 plus.
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's, 20% discount on coffee every single day.
Okay.
And the coffee's pretty good, right?
And it's already kind of cheap there.
Yeah, so that's nice. Dunkin' Donuts, 10% off or free coffee, depending on the location for 55 plus.
Mm-hmm.
So for those coffee lovers out there, Burger King, 10% for 55. Boston Market, varies by location. Einstein Bagels, Fuddruckers, all these, Jack in the Box, KFC, Sonic, Subway for 60 plus, 10%
Outback
off.
Steakhouse, 10% on food and non-alcoholic beverages, but you have to be an AARP member.
Okay.
Same with McCormick and Schmick's.
For those AARP members, there's quite a few discounts
Mhm.
for all of these things. And so, again, I think if you've taken membership, maybe you've looked into that.
I'm a member. I wasn't aware of some of these discounts.
really?
Yeah. There's a lot of benefits to being an AARP member.
You should always keep your card in your pocket.
I have the app downloaded on my phone.
Oh, you're so techno savvy.
Well, just because I'm 60 plus doesn't mean I don't know how to work a
That's
smartphone.
right. We busted that myth.
We did.
Yeah.
Did.
Yeah.
So what else we got? So
Okay. So,
Bubblegum Shrimp, Carrabba's Italian Grill,
oh yeah, Steak and Shake.
Chart
I don't
House.
know. Chart House. There's
Chart
one
House,
in-
10% AARP.
Oh, there you go.
Mhm.
But these are the ones I have are not ARP affiliated.
Some of these
IHOP.
are. IHOP.
IHOP has a special senior menu
Mm-hmm.
for 55 plus.
Joe's Crab Shack, AARP members.
Waffle House.
Have you ever been to a Waffle House?
I don't think so.
I don't think I have either.
Are you a big waffle eater?
I
You're a
have.
waffle eater, you.
I waffle on that question.
Oh,
Boom.
so funny.
Okay.
Keep your day job.
My day job is a stand-up comedian. No,
Yes, yeah, don't do that. No.
Janet's a stand-up comedian.
No.
Yes, you are.
Well, I did it.
Okay.
But it was hard. I give those guys big props.
Mm-hmm.
That writing process is not as easy as they make it seem. And just working your material. But anyway, moving on to retail and apparel, my favorite category, Banana Republic gives 10% off depending on the location to 62 plus.
That was surprising to me, and I'll tell you why.
Because Gap's not on the list?
No,
Old
is
Navy's not on the list?
Banana Republic really? And we talked about. We're going to do an episode on this. Does Banana Republic?
Tread lightly, Joe.
Does Banana Republic have
Yes.
age-appropriate kind
Yeah,
of?
and you know what? We are going to talk about this age-appropriate business about style and dress. We are going to talk about this because I think it needs to be a myth buster, actually.
Okay.
You know, that older people can't dress stylishly. Like, what are we supposed to wear? Like muumuus? Honestly, I refuse unless I'm in Hawaii. Then I might wear one on the beach.
So
I'm sorry. I just left for a little while.
I have a love-hate relationship with this one.
Uh-oh.
Kohl's.
Why is that a love-hate relationship?
Well, it's a 15% off,
On
60
Wednesdays.
plus on Wednesdays.
That's actually really good.
That is pretty good. They're very good at giving out Kohl's bucks if you buy
Yeah.
stuff
I
like.
like Kohl's.
This is why it's a love-hate relationship. That's where, when I was about 52 years old, somebody asked if I was going to be using my senior
Well,
discount.
you know what? Here's the thing. They probably have a training to do that. You know, like if they're being very generous. By the way, their discount is much more than most.
15%.
Walgreens, yeah. Walgreens gives 20%
Thought
off.
we were on fashion and
Retail and apparel.
retail and apparel. Okay.
20% off on senior day, 55 plus. Now, when senior day, that's the mystery there. I don't know. Do you?
I think it varies by location.
Okay, but that's 20% off is significant. CVS only gives 10% off regularly priced items the first Wednesday of the month when there's
Between 12:45 and 1 p.m.
and when there's a crescent moon. No, just kidding.
So,
Sorry, CVS.
so
Walgreens got you beaten on that one.
this is not a place that I frequent. Joanne Fabrics, 20% off,
Yeah.
55 plus. You have to present an ID. They're not going to take your word for it because I guess they think,
Right.
live.
We would have to show our ID anyway.
but it's on their senior day, and you have to check with your local Joanne Fabrics store.
Sticking on that, Michaels, which is for
Hobby
all,
kind of
all
stuff.
hobby stuff.
Yep.
10% off with a Michaels reward account of 55 plus.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one because it's in store and online.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you have to like take a picture of yourself. When you're
Yeah,
buying
I don't
online.
know. Just put your birth date in. Oh.
Oh, you know what? Oh, wait.
TJ Maxx varies by location.
For some of these stores, if you're in like Florida, I bet a much larger portion of their customer base is seniors. So maybe it could
Maybe
fit.
they don't give it, or maybe they do give it.
I don't know. You have to check.
Yeah.
So just, when the next time you're in there, just
Say,
ask them.
hey,
Hey, what's going on?
hey, where's my discount?
My kids are very into thrifting, going to thrift stores.
Oh yeah, it's really trending.
Goodwill, 10% off your purchase, 60 plus on Tuesdays.
Well, I know, but your kids aren't 60 plus.
What I'm saying is it's becoming more popular to go
Well,
thrifting.
and you have to send your mother in to get this.
Hey, will you buy for me?
Yeah.
I used to work in a liquor
Oh,
store.
No, not that again.
I used to work in a liquor store. There were always kids outside, like asking people if they would buy for them when they were going in.
Yeah. Now let's move on to transportation. Here's one I'm just noticing that I actually did not know about, which is really pretty significant. Hertz, 20% off for 50 plus.
Oh, really?
That's a lot.
Sure is. Have
That's-
you rented a car anytime recently
Yeah,
in the United States?
Oh, and not in the United States. I was in Spain.
You were.
Shout out to any Spanish listeners from Spain.
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Oh, beautiful country.
Oh, I
Just
bet. I haven't been.
beautiful. And the people are so friendly and nice, and the food is great. I really loved it. I almost didn't come back.
Really?
No, not really.
You're going to bail? It's going to be, so what are we talking about today, Joe?
You have to talk to yourself. Well, you do that anyway, don't you?
I do.
I do too. I have to like sort things out in my mind, and sometimes it comes out of my mouth. $1 rent-a-car too also gives.
You know,
It's only 10%.
their
They're
cars are cheaper.
Maybe.
No, they are. And
Maybe.
the cars are just as good. I've rented from Dollar before.
So let's talk about the airlines. There are quite a few that give a discount. Alaska, 10%, 60 plus. American Airlines varies,
Mm-hmm.
5 plus. Amtrak, 10%, but 65 plus. British Airways, $65 to $200 off, available through AARP membership.
Mm-hmm.
Delta varies and depends on flights. Greyhound, 5% off, 62 plus. Trailways varies. United Airlines varies. And then there's quite a few now that we're on sort of the traveling portion of our podcast.
Sure.
Let's talk about hotels. The one that jumped out on me is Marriott, up to 15% off for 62 plus.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. And then you can use your Marriott credit card, and then you get double points. There you go. See? Working the angles, Joe. Got to work the angles.
Wyndham Hotels, up to 10% off with
Mhm.
AARP membership.
Actually, it looks like most of the big ones give some kind of discount,
Mhm.
especially with ARP. And usually that pops up right when you're booking if you have ARP.
Mm-hmm.
Then they'll sometimes have other promotions that you have to check and make sure which is the best one for you.
people like to take the train, Amtrak.
Mm-hmm.
10% off of most fares for 65 plus. This is coming from dealnews.com. Some of the other discounts I was referencing is from seniorliving.org.
And I have from Senior Discount Guide, where to save money at 50 plus to 65 plus. So that's from a blog, caringseniorservice.com.
Avis Rent-A-Cars, up to 30% off rentals with free upgrades
Wow, up to 30%.
for 50 plus people.
Wow, Avis tries harder.
Requires an AARP membership.
Yes. Everything's kind of pointing to getting an AARP membership.
I think it's $12 for the first year.
Is it really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You probably get like a free bag or something too.
And they send you a magazine every month, I think,
Right.
with actually pretty good articles.
Well, there you go.
Budget Rent-A-Car, up to 30% off rentals, free upgrades, 3% credit towards the next rental with an AARP membership
Mm-hmm.
for people that are 50 plus.
Don't you think AARP should link to our podcast?
I think AARP should be sponsoring us. Hey, anyone listening from AARP, reach out to us at 60pluspodcast@gmail.com. That's 60 plus
we can
podcast.
Talk. We can talk. We're going global here. So, now's the time to get it.
I did get a note from someone, I believe was
The
the
Netherlands.
Netherlands. So hi to Jenny. We got a note from Jenny.
Jenny.
She likes the podcast and she wants to make sure that we keep it entertaining, is what she
Oh,
message.
okay. We can't get too serious.
Not too serious. It's exactly what she said.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we try. But sometimes we have to talk about dark subjects like
Sunglasses,
like
lens crafters,
navigate.
50% off lenses, 30% off sunglasses.
That's not what I was going to say.
Walgreens, 20% off the first Tuesday of the month. But you have to be a Walgreens.
Didn't I already talk
Member?
about Walgreens, Joe?
Did you?
Have
Oh.
you forgotten already?
Well,
Jesus.
I'm on the wrong page.
Did you smell your cinnamon this morning?
What?
Cinnamon is good for the brain functioning.
I
Did
did
you know
not
that?
smell any cinnamon this
No,
morning.
Well, you're supposed to smell it every morning.
62 plus. Are we still on travel? Do we go back to travel?
If you want to go back to travel, we
IHG
can.
hotels. Those are nice hotels.
Well, I said like most of the big hotels. The best one, Hyatt gives 25 to 50% off for 62 plus.
Really?
Wow.
Really?
That's the highest one on the list.
Did you stay at any of these hotels when you were in Spain last week?
Marriott.
You didn't go for the discount, did you?
Well, I didn't book it, so it was another travel companion.
Friend?
Yes. I just was happy that somebody arranged all of the trip and I just had to show up. It was fabulous.
Various cruise lines through the AARP Travel Center powered by Expedia. Up to $100 in extra onboard cruise credits on more than 15 cruise lines. I'm not a cruiser myself, but people love cruises. Royal Caribbean, exclusive senior pricing on selected sailings for people 55 plus.
Wow. Big Lots.
Oh, Big Lots.
You must have a Big Lots account, but it has cashback rewards, VIP shopping day discounts, and a birthday surprise. Ooh. Oh, Rite Aid Wellness 65 plus. Earn 5 times points in store purchases. They have a Wellness 65 plus program.
Excellent.
Yeah, Rite Aid. Savers.
Another thrift place. Savers is an amazing. Have you ever been to a Savers?
No,
It's a department store sized thrift store.
I have not.
It's
been.
huge. It's hit or miss what you get at a thrift store.
My son-in-law loves to thrift.
Oh, gosh.
He gets the best things. It's crazy.
We're way over time.
Are we?
We really are.
Oh, that's a surprise. Well, hopefully it was entertaining.
I hope.
And hopefully we came up with some interesting, possibly things that you can take advantage of in your day-to-day life.
If you want more information about discounts for seniors, a good way to do it is just go to Google and say discounts for seniors.
Yeah.
And
Of course, we did much more extensive research
we
than
did.
that.
We printed out
Joe
the.
did.
I don't know how I can be getting a hard time for having done the work.
You're supposed to do it in quietly and humbly, not try not. with
Janet
all
did
that-
nothing. She did. She showed up. She walked in an hour late.
Oh, come on! Stop telling all my secrets.
All right. As I usually try to remember to say at the end of every episode, share the 60 Plus podcast with people that you like and people that you don't like, and
Anybody on the street?
anybody on the
Looks
street.
like they're 60 plus.
And whether you're in the United States or you're in the Netherlands or wherever you may be. So until next week, this has been the 60 Plus Podcast. I'm Joe.
And I'm Janet. Bye.